Hey, everybody. Sorry. You know what I forgot? How could I forget? Just ask me how I could forget. Because
What
we
you
was
forget?
chatting. Hold up, it's coming.
Waiting for the music.
We've been gone.
Here we go. Now we good. Now we good. Yeah, right. Couple of weeks. We've been away. Couple of weeks. So sorry about that, y'all. Come on in. Tell a friend. Yes, we are live on JewCee Tales Erotic Chat. Hi, love. Somebody says hi, love, so I can't see who it is, but hello.
I'll go check the groups in a second.
Yeah, I'm about to do. I was
Synergist.
just about to do that same thing.
How you doing, Synergist? Good to see you on my wonderful Instagram page. So I'm double duty. Come on in. We'll give everybody a couple more minutes to pop on in here. Yeah. We got a lot to talk about. We've been away for a couple weeks, but the next 3 weeks we are here. This week, next week, and next week we are here. We are back live.
Hey, Lady V. That's Lady V.
Hey, Lady V. Boy, way to knock it out of the park in Chicago, girl. Woo!
I am so mad I could not get there. But I got sick. I'm so sorry. I definitely wanted to see, but I was so proud to see that room packed.
Yes.
Not even
Somebody
room.
Exotica?
Yes. I saw pictures of their room. It wasn't even standing room available.
Oh wow. That's beautiful.
Like for real. That shit looked dope as hell.
Yeah, we can't wait to do the same thing in Cleveland.
I know, right?
Okay.
Oh my. We got some weird funky stuff today. Let's get something else. I didn't like that one. That was like, it felt like zombies were coming or something. What's it? There we go. I think that's a little better. This one.
I like that better.
Yeah. That other thing was it was driving me crazy in the background.
You know what? You so special.
I know. It's my natural self today. Oh my gosh. Woo! I need some people to teach me. I'm forgetting. I'm trying to relearn how to handle it, but you know.
You're not the only one. I had to get my goddaughter to help me with this.
I gotta learn to twist again. I'm trying to get it all back together. I used to twist and now I can braid it up at night and twist it at night, but I gotta make it look decent in the day. That's my problem. Come on in, everyone. Tell a friend. We are back. JewCee Tales Erotic Chats. Guess I'll give it about another minute or so. Yeah, I'm just on the H2O tonight. I'm a little dehydrated and
Me too.
I've been driving like crazy. It's been super busy and super crazy weather here in Cleveland. Cray. The cray weather. Definitely we're getting Mother Nature a care package. She needs a massage.
Do you need to sell her a toy? She need to feel good.
I'm gonna get her some toys. I'm gonna put her a whole basket.
That's what I'm talking about. Get her some toys, make her feel good.
I'm gonna get her a rose. Yes.
Oh, you know what I want you to get? I want you to get that one where it's like the rose and it sucks and it does this at the same time.
Yeah. She's gonna get something thrusting. She's gonna get it all. Lord have mercy. She's hailing today, hailed yesterday. Oh my goodness, it's been crazy.
I'm just ready to get back to my side of the country where the weather seems slightly a little bit more stable.
Yeah, no, it's not stable there either, but okay, whatever you say.
Well, I don't know because I ain't been there in a few days. So, but when I left, it was stable. I at least had my 65 degrees.
It's not stable anywhere right now. I don't know what's going on. It's cray, like I said. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, 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 everyone, to another sensual Sunday on JewCee Tales Erotic Chat. I have my girls back in the house, my queens, my lovelies, my beauties. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I can't wait. We have been gone for a couple of weeks. We do apologize, but duty calls, duty calls. Sometimes it's going to be like that, but we're going to be here this week, next week, and the week after. We are prepared. Okay, we are prepared for the next few weeks. So definitely make sure you tune in with us for those shows. So got to give a shout out to my beautiful, gorgeous co-hosts tonight. I can't just, I can't do a show without them. Well, I mean, I could, but it would be kind of boring, I think. But anyway, hey, Phoenix Rising, how are you? Up on Instagram, on IG. So all the way from what I want to say, California via Chicago, we have
I be moving around. That's what it is. I move around.
Okay, Miss
I move
Siren
around.
in the house tonight. Miss Siren. Woo!
Hello.
Woo! Ow!
Oh, thank you. Hi.
Ow! And all the way in Indianapolis, Indiana, don't we have the beautiful Miss Purple Rain in the house. Woo!
Hey, everybody.
That sexy beast right there. You better get it, girl.
Yes. She got
I
the
know,
pearls.
right?
Y'all can't see her on Instagram, but she got the pearls on tonight. She got the pearls on tonight.
She is giving. She is giving.
She's giving businesswoman business. In other words, bend her over the desk and fuck her from behind. There you go.
That part. That
All of that.
part.
That is what she's giving us tonight. So I'm so excited tonight. We have a great topic. We have a lot to talk about.
I'm excited about this one.
We got the Ebony Erotic Experience coming up in October. We truly need you guys to get your tickets because we got people that are buying their tickets, and
They're gonna be sold out.
And it's gonna be so. I got so many talking about. Well, I'm gonna get them in a little bit, okay. But then, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm taking money for 2-3 more. So eventually, well, can you hold tickets? No, I cannot. We cannot hold tickets. You need to go out to Eventbrite and get your tickets, okay? Because October will be here before you know it. And
That part.
yeah, we have a lot.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, shit. Girl.
So, I mean, just to give you guys a little bit of an update. Right now, confirmed, and we're gonna announce another person tonight. We'll be putting the info out tomorrow, but if you're tuning into the show tonight, you guys get a little, you get a little sneak peek, a little up on everybody else. So it's kind of nice. So first of all, we want to let you guys know that we have all the way from Barbados. And did y'all see what he posted?
I did.
Did anybody else's panties get as wet as mine?
Yes, ma'am.
I
didn't have any on, so my
I don't wear them either. So yeah, it was.
I didn't have any on either, so
it was just a puddle.
It was terrible. It was
just
wonderful.
A puddle. Yeah, it was a nice
beautiful.
puddle. It was very. Oh my God.
Oh, thank you, Phoenix.
See, I need what you have on right now. Clutching pearls.
Phoenix on Instagram says she's getting her tickets on Friday.
You better, girl. Let's go.
All right, Phoenix.
Come on, because when I say on October 13th there will be no more tickets sold, I mean it.
Turned off.
October 13th is the last, and right now, if you scooch in here, if you get in here by the 30th, which is next Sunday, you can still take advantage of the payment plan. So come on, y'all. Y'all know how Miss JewCee does it. I know I retired and all that good stuff, but ain't nothing changed, okay? Ain't nothing
real easy.
Simple. We know what we bring in. We ain't half stepping. We got a lot of announcements to make. This is only April. Events in October. We want to break you in slowly.
And it's also we just passed the anniversary of the first one.
Yes, we did. Oh!
I know, right? I get all choked up too. Like, I remember that shit. Like,
and I found so many old pictures. I've been putting them up. I just like,
I sent you some on Snapchat.
I put up a whole group of them in the group, and I hope everybody's enjoying those. If you're on the Ebony Erotic Experience 2023, we've been posting flashbacks to the first one that we did, and I got some more to put up. Don't worry, got a lot. We got a lot of pictures. It was a 2-day event, so we got a lot of pictures to put up. So, but let me just tell you guys. So all the way from Barbados, the passion poet himself will be in the house, Mr. Robert Gibson. Oh my gosh. And let me just, he's gonna be doing double duty, y'all. He's gonna be doing double duty because he is also a dom. I don't want nobody to sleep on that part. I want you to be awake for that. He is also a dom. Trained. Yeah, it's gonna be on and popping. Okay. Literally. So
that dungeon gonna be off the hook. I'm telling you.
Oh my God. It's going down.
Then we have from Chicago, one of the most wonderfulest hosts that you could possibly have. Not only that, but he's an author. He's also an author as well as the passion poet is also an author. And he's an erotic poet as well. So that is wonderful because he's going to fit right in. And let me just say, Hood Rays is going to be in the house. Hood Rays is going to be in the house. Yeah. He is hosting. He is one of our wonderful hosts.
I did actually get to hear. I saw the post and I went to go see some, and I was like, "Oh, really?" Yeah. I went through like the emotions of the. Oh wait,
friends for years. I asked him, would he host? Just let me know the date. That's all he said to me. Just let me know the date. And let me tell y'all, look, we've done this before. A lot of people didn't know that. We did this in 2017 in Chicago. We wanted to do this in 2020. However, the
life,
COVID showed up.
So, COVID-19.
That right.
It's so stinking ass. I'm
right.
Sorry.
It put a big damper on us. So we had
to
regroup and move back and wait and make sure everybody was okay. And honey, we ready. Okay. So in addition, they just wrapped up their performance in Chicago, Illinois at Exotica to a packed house. I mean, packed house.
Not even standing room available. You couldn't get in the room no more. You done.
You had to scooch and turn sideways, and it was packed. We see it, honey. They got the video. They got the proof. I'm just telling you, the proof's in the pudding.
I saw receipts. I saw pictures.
I saw it all. Okay, look. Lady V and D Black from Atlanta, Georgia will be joining us.
It's the building.
I'm front row. She got with the good knees and the bad knees. I'm
front row. Bad back. Face sitting is one of their specialty classes that they teach. You want to, look,
you don't want to miss that.
Just come on.
Okay, so this is my thing. If you are an ass man, and I know a lot of y'all are, and you love that ass the way you love,
or an
ass woman, you know what? If you are an ass person, how about that? Let's go there. If you are an ass person, you want to be there. Don't meet me there. Beat me there, because I'm gonna be front row.
So we definitely, girl, please.
With my pen and paper.
Girl, I'm gonna be sitting there like this because I'm a filmmaker. I'm gonna be recording that shit. I need to see it. I need to see the play by like
So
Okay, so
you
that's what I
guys
do.
definitely,
Okay. So then I move this
definitely,
way. Okay, yeah, I got it.
definitely, you guys definitely want to be in the house for this couple. Not only do they do the face sitting, but they are also swingers, and they talk to couples and work with people about the swinging lifestyle and how to keep your marriage together. Okay, they are in double digits of anniversary years of being married. They have children, and it's just they're just an amazing couple that you guys will get to meet and talk to, especially if you're interested in doing something a little different with your relationship. So definitely you want to be in the house to see Lady V and D Black. And she has her own fans only page as well, and her husband supports her with that. And they are
We're
also
gonna get you right one day. It's only fans.
only close
You
enough.
say fans only every week.
Well, I think it should be fans only. It makes sense,
But it's
Only
only fans.
okay, only fans. Okay, whatever. Let me make a note. Never mind. Never mind. Not only that, but they're also sexuality coaches and lifestyle coaches. So you're going to get some education while you're at this event as well. And announcing tonight, video will come out tomorrow for our other host. We were not able to secure one person that we really wanted, and that is only because she is blowing up, blowing up. And we really wanted her back, but her schedule probably will not allow it. So I could not wait any longer. I had to make an executive decision. And instead, we do have another female comedian in the house, all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana. We have Ms. Hollywood joining us for she is wait a minute. When I tell you how excited she is to do this, Hollywood is gorgeous.
Come on, Miss Hollywood.
Okay, I'm gonna be upset.
Hollywood is gorgeous. Hollywood is hilarious. And she's new to the lifestyle.
We get to break her cherry.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh my God.
You know I like popping cherries.
She is so excited about doing this.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do when she said that.
She is so excited.
I was about to be upset because I was looking forward to, but now that I know who is, oh, I'm great. Okay, cool. We good. Okay.
We are good. We are good. We had to make this. We had to make this decision because we wanted to move forward and make sure that we had everything in place. Oh.
That came way to
delete that. Give me a second. I'm trying to make sure that that's not from mine.
I'm making sure it's not from mine either. It's YouTube.
Yeah, it could be from either one of ours.
Or any of ours. I have YouTube too. Don't worry. Not a problem. He said, this idiot, let's just go with it, shall we? That's immature and probably a robot. Made an inappropriate comment, so we're not even going to give him the time of day. But good for you, sir. Good for you. I'm happy you did that. Bravo. But good for you, sir. Yeah, we'll just ignore that. Oh, it takes all kinds to make the world go wrong. That's what they say. So anyway, so I'm very excited about having her on board with us. She's up and coming. She's been in the business quite a while as a comedian and traveling. So I cannot wait to hear what she has to say. So Oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun with her. Um, I know that E
Seriously.
is a little ways off, and but still, it's like right around the corner for us. For us, it's like right around the corner. It feels like, it's getting closer and closer and closer and closer. So we definitely want you guys to get your tickets. We're going to be making more announcements. We have more coming up in May and June, more announcements. As I said, if people that we've asked to do this have said yes, we're just taking our time letting you know who's coming. And let me tell you something, with the value that you're going to get for the 2 days, already we have surpassed. If you wanted to see just the 4 groups and acts that we have coming already, if you wanted to see them, you're already over $1,000. I'm just saying. So get your tickets. It's $225. You are in a private facility, 2 floors. We got a lot going on. There's more to come. Your food at the venue is included in your ticket price. You can get your hotel room. We do have a host hotel with a great $115 a night rate. And we just want you to be there. And we're going to talk a little more about that at the end of the show. But now we're going to get into our topic for the evening. How about that? So, ladies, boy, I know everybody's been there. Men, women, everyone has been there. You're in the bedroom, you're having a great time, but something's just not quite right. And now it's time to kind of say what's on your mind. And you find it difficult to do. So tonight our topic is about bedroom criticism. How to how to critique your lover. How about
when
that?
you said that, when you told us that that's what you wanted to do, I was like, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I need this show. I need this show personally. I don't know, because I'll be worried about hurting people's feelings.
And I think a lot of people do. I really do. I think a lot of people do, especially if you care about someone. A lot of people don't want to offend their partner. You don't want to tell them that they're doing anything wrong. You want them to be pretty much. Hold on.
I'm trying to block him now.
You have him?
Yeah.
Okay. I tell you what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna take a pause because we have a intruder alert, uh, and so we're gonna take a little short pause.
Y'all go ahead and talk. I'm going to get off screen. I don't want this to stop the show. I got to do some stuff, but I'm about to get him blocked. I'll be right back.
Okay.
If you cannot tell people, we do not play this mess.
All right. Yeah, there's really obviously he's like 2 years old. And for those of you, I believe in being very transparent. We have someone on a YouTube page by the name of Patrick Skovgaard, Skovgaard. You need to, first of all, grow up, and second of all, get off our pages. Okay? Why don't you just do that? Do that on your own. Feel free. Knock yourself out.
That part.
Okay, Patrick, because you're not going to like us when we mad. All righty. So we're going to get rid of him. And that'll be that. So we're going to talk more about being able to critique, give, how should I say it? Positive criticism, okay, in the bedroom.
Constructive?
It can be considered constructive, but sometimes people even take constructive criticism negatively.
Which is why I'm saying I need this show. I think I might be a little bit too with how I say stuff because I'd rather just say it so that you don't have no question than you sit there and wonder what the heck I'm saying. But
Well,
I'm sure there's ways to do this, and I know you about to show us all because I need this and I need to take some notes.
well, and the one thing is that, yeah, there are different ways to talk to someone that you care about, if they're male or female, guys, male or female, because this conversation isn't just about women trying to tell the man how to do stuff. It's also about men trying to tell the woman how to do something, because sometimes we don't get it right either. From sucking on you, or doing fellatio, to just
Anything.
right, just caressing you, or doing what we think might be romantic, and you're like, what would have been romantic for me is 2 football tickets to that would have been romantic.
Everybody is different.
Exactly.
Like I'm a dude. I might think a dude. He might want a little bit, like more like, oh, he want me to just kind of like. He might just really want me to go.
Yeah.
Fixed.
Thank you.
Good job. Yeah. See, I told y'all we don't play. Anyway, what you were saying?
So yeah. So I mean, a lot of times we don't do the 3 C's. We don't do the clear, concise communication. We don't talk. We don't want to hurt and I'm talking about people that are, I'm not talking about a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, guys. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about a hit it and quit it. We're not talking about that situation. What we are talking about is people that really care for each other, whether you're in a marriage or a relationship, or you're poly, or whatever the case may be, and you do not know how to translate to your partner or partners, hey, that sucked last night. Because Siren, I understand. I would probably come and say that sucked. I would, dude, get out the bed. Just
okay. So my first one ever, I just said, "Get off me."
Okay.
So get off me, and he was like no, like he was like, yeah, whose is it? Say mine. I'm like, get off me.
So I would venture to say, and I'm not going to speak for all women, can't do that, but I would venture to say that there's a lot of women that don't want to hear, whose is it? It's mine. It belongs to me. You get to borrow for a few minutes, but it's mine. You get to insert here, but it's mine the whole time.
If it's really yours, I'm gonna tell you. You ain't gonna have to ask.
Right. For some women, fellows, when you do something like that, when you say that, and you're in the thrall of it, it's kind of a turnoff. It's you're taking ownership over something that, and I understand you might just be saying it figuratively, but you're taking over ownership over something that does not belong to you. It just doesn't. So we have to find better ways to communicate and better things to talk about. And, I talk a lot about foreplay, and this can be part of your foreplay, is to really find out what your partner likes to hear in the bedroom, what your partner likes to feel in the bedroom, or in the car, or in the kitchen, or whatever the case may be. Some folks like spontaneous. They like spontaneous. Some people don't like spontaneous. Some people like things planned. We're going to meet at 3:00 on Tuesday. That's how they function. That's how they operate.
Not 3 o'clock
Um,
on a Tuesday.
hey, at the
I'm at
office.
work in hours, but hey, okay.
Come on through. Some people, but we don't talk. We don't chat. We don't have ladies, have you guys ever actually talked to your partner prior to
I do.
having sex about what is going to take place that night or what you would like to take place that night? Have you guys ever done that?
If I'm honest with you,
Only when I'm.
Oh,
no, go ahead, Jasmine. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jasmine.
I was gonna say only when I am um having a night with somebody who's a trained dom, only because there's seeming involved, and I have to be very cautious about what I like and don't like, because in the passion of it, it can get a little intense. Because we're having sex while seeming. But other than that, no, I just go with the flow.
okay.
I'm to be honest with you. I've never had that conversation beforehand.
Okay.
And I have definitely been disappointed in hearing you even ask that question. I can say I can see how not having that conversation can definitely makes, people can, and I guess maybe, okay, I don't know. I don't think that it's ever like I have never seen anything that said, okay, you have the conversation of what you like and what you don't like. A lot of times I think we're just kind of feeling an energy and we're like, well, I like that. And it's like, oh, I'm feeling that. Oh, I'm just feeling. And I know that it's our brain working, which is, of course, we know our biggest sex organ. And we're just feeling that. And then we get into it and we're like, just like, I guess it's pretty much what this show is about. How how do you have that conversation beforehand?
Yeah.
So once again, you want to make this part of your, I always say you want to make this part of your foreplay. And possibly one of the things that you can do, especially let's say you're trying to get Stella's trying to get her groove back, or you trying to get your relationship back on track, or you're trying to improve what you already have. And you could be sitting on the couch. It could be a romantic evening. The first thing I want people to understand is, and we have a tendency to do this as women and men, we have a tendency to be face to face and say things like that, and nobody's listening, and nobody's receiving, and nobody's hearing. Because we're like this, which
Mm-hmm.
is very confrontational. It can be very confrontational for some people, and they just tune out what you have to say. So, to me, in what I teach is side by side. Whether you're sitting on the couch, maybe you're snuggled up with each other, but in a relaxed atmosphere where you all can actually have a conversation. And sometimes we have to put down these cell phones, iPads, computers, turn the TV down, play some low music, maybe have a glass of wine or something like that, and take that time, even if you have to schedule it. Because I get it. A lot of people are busy nowadays. Well, what's your schedule look like? Well, what's your schedule? Well, Tommy's got this. And just think, if you think about what goes on in your day-to-day life with your partner, if you are in a partner relationship, if you think about what goes on in your day, what time your day starts,
Mm-hmm.
see if you're the type of family where both of you are working, you got to get ready for work, he's got to get ready for work, you got to get the kids together, you got to get who's got soccer tonight, who's picking up who, I got to make lunches, I got to do this. Just think about what goes on during the course of the day, because sometimes we don't think about that because it all of a sudden it becomes routine and automatic. But when it does all of that, it takes up a lot of time. Because if you think about it, if you're commuting to work, okay, some people now get the luxury of working from home, which is wonderful, but you still have to work 8 hours a day. You still got to have about a half an hour before your job and a half an hour, maybe, or 15, 20 minutes after your job. So there's another whole extra hour. So that's 9 hours. If you work an 8 to 5,
you got to take that even further because it also depends on that person's commute.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm just saying if you worked at home. I didn't even add the commute yet.
Because, those of us, we commute still.
Yeah, you got to commute. You're talking about at least maybe an hour in traffic to the job and an hour in traffic from the job.
So instead of that being an 8-hour day, it then turns into a 10-hour day.
And then let's add on. Oh, you got to get up and get dressed in the morning.
You got to work out before you go to work in the morning.
Or let's add on another hour. So now you're up to how many hours? You're now up to 11 hours out of a 24-hour day. Then you come home, got to make dinner, got to eat, even if you stop off and get something for dinner.
And if you didn't prep.
So you're talking about a dinner, at least an hour to 2 hours. So right there, you're at how many hours? 13.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's time to go to bed. Because guess what? You got to get up and do that all over again the next day. It's a vicious cycle. So how do you find time to actually have these conversations with your partners? A couple of ways you can do it. If you're going to utilize your iPads and your cell phones and your computers and things along those lines, you could send little sexy text messages throughout the course of the day. Leave a note in the car asking a question. Unfortunately, we have to be more creative maybe than our ancestors back in the day, because a lot of times the women were at home, the man went to work, he came home, he hit it, that was that, good night. that was it. There was none of this, let's have communication, let's talk, let's enjoy each other. There wasn't that. It was just, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and I'm going to sleep, and I got to get up and go to the coal mine tomorrow.
I got to work.
I got work to do. Okay, so, and she's popping out babies left and right, because when he does come home. So.
That moo got grandma pregnant 15 times.
Okay. So what we not gonna do? I'm not gonna ever call it a moo again. I'm gonna say it was the early version of the caftan.
The caftan.
It was a moo.
Early version of the caftan. That's what
that
I
is a whole moo.
It was.
Okay.
Baby,
we around here trying to be
how many babies did she pop out?
And grandma got pregnant 15 times.
Every rip.
Honey, all she got to do is whoop. It's sundress season.
Sundress season.
Hey. That's why they love sundresses now. I'm just saying.
So, I know one that got a real, anytime he see a sundress, he be sitting like.
Men have not
right.
Trying to find some panty lines. Ooh, there's no panty lines.
Men have not changed. We make them more complicated. For some reason, we try to complicate things. They are not complicated.
It's really not. It's very much so.
It's very
cut
simple.
And dry.
Very simple. But by the same token, we want to make it so that it's lasting and it's enjoyable for all. I can't tell you how many times, even in the past couple of weeks, being back out and traveling with JewCee Boutique, how many women will come to me and say to me, I've never had an orgasm.
Still?
I believe the statistic is it's 64% of women have never had an orgasm.
And that pretty much probably.
I don't know none of these women, and maybe it's just the women.
I do actually. I actually do know some women. I do.
I don't know none. Can I meet these women so I can tell them the way, the light, and the truth?
See, and that is what we're going to show you at EEE 2023. We
Well,
got Purple Rain that is going to show you and give you the keys. But yes, I do absolutely know. I can count on both my hands how many women I know. And it's going to be more than that, actually, that have never.
But you have to understand something. And this is what I'm finding out, because I'm talking to these women. It's not that they've never had an orgasm. It's that they don't know what the orgasm is.
Okay, so I think I have this thing where I feel like when I hear a woman say she does not like oral sex.
God damn. I'm sorry. Banana bread. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
When I hear a woman say that, I feel so bad. And I'm just sitting there, she's like, I don't like that. No, we don't have to. I'm sitting there just feeling like you didn't have a good experience. You could not have had a good experience and make that statement.
Well, here's the thing. Surprisingly enough, I've heard of men that don't like having a woman suck them off.
Then I feel like he didn't have a good experience either.
And he probably didn't. And but the whole thing is that unfortunately for a lot of people, we are getting with people that are less skilled than we are. And I'm just gonna put it out there. You suck. So that's my thing.
So JewCee, I'm gonna need you to do this one, and Purple Rain, I'm gonna need you to do this one.
Right.
I can't. I can't. I just. Okay, so now that we know that there are people that are less skilled, we got the partner, we have the sex, it is not up to par. How do we tell them without making them feel bad, JewCee? Because I'm blunt,
say, get up or get off me.
I'm not gonna tell them to get up and get off me. I'm just gonna get up. Like I'm gonna get up, or I'm gonna say stop, and we're gonna stop and have a whole conversation. Because I'm sorry. I guess I'm the way I am because some people smoke weed or do drugs. Some people drink. I have sex. It's my drug. Whether especially if I'm in a relationship, it's how I relieve my stress. When I am having an anxiety attack or panicking or something like that, having sex relaxes me. It calms me down. It's my drug. So I'm a very blunt person. So if it's not good, it's a waste of a high for me. So how do we have that conversation?
Well, once again, you have to stop and think. If this is with, I'm talking about being with your partner. I'm talking about being with somebody.
Sometimes it can happen bad with your partner. Sometimes it can be a fluke, but I still need to have that conversation because it's something he did that wasn't good.
And that conversation can either begin then or it can begin right after. I would suggest, depending on the set of circumstances, because I'm not in the room, but what you feel will work the best. But we need to, as women, we need to express ourselves, and we still don't. We still hold back and try to make sure our partner, if we're in a relationship with a man, a lot of times we want to make sure that ego is stroked. And that's wonderful. That's great. We don't want to say, you know what, but you don't have to be super negative. You can start out with all the great things that happened. But when we got to this part, babe, I just wasn't quite feeling it. I really needed you to kind of go to the left a little more or stay where you were because that was really working. That felt so wonderful. But when you kind of stopped and you went over here, yeah, man, I don't know. That wasn't for me. That just didn't work for me. So if you do like this, you want to try it now? If you do like if you do like this, this might help. The whole thing is not to attack the person.
Hey, Wes.
Hey, Wes, and the whole point is not to attack the person. It's to give them constructive criticism so that they can move to the right areas. Same thing with the man. Hey, babe, you was slobbing the knob. You was on it, and then you kind of stopped. And I really needed you to just keep going with what you was doing. Could you tell through my body language? When my body does this, that means you're kind of, sometimes we don't understand. We might be in our own head when we're with our partner as far as giving. We might be thinking we the bomb.com, and we're just in our head, and we're not maybe listening to the moans. We're not understanding that that's not a good moan, that's a bad moan. Okay? We're not understanding that when she said ouch, that wasn't a good ouch, that was a bad ouch. And these are the kinds of things that we definitely have to talk about. Says Juan says we should be comfortable to be able to talk with our partner. Become sex instructor, student, teach and learn. True.
It ain't for everybody though. Some people
Everybody's
don't know how to do that.
right. Without either hurting their partner's feelings or just not saying anything and continuing to have inadequate relations.
And I think,
Yeah.
if I'm honest with you, I think it could also be sometimes you feel like, well, if I say something right now in this moment, because there are times when you're in the moment and you're like, okay, that's not working for me. But you don't know how to say, that's not working for me, because you're afraid that if you say something like that, it could possibly turn the whole mood off. The vibe is just be gone. And you're like, I don't want to do that. So I kind of feel like, well, maybe if I give it a little bit more time, maybe he'll or she'll get it. I mean, that to me is in regards to when we're talking about like being an instructor, teacher, teach and learn. Sometimes I don't know how to actually say exactly what it is I'm wanting, because maybe I don't really even know. I just know that that's not it.
And that's when and I think a lot of people, very human like response, you continue to do whatever it is that you're doing. You're trying to get through the moment. But even once you get through the moment, some people still don't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the miscommunication and the I did great continues to blossom and grow instead of okay, even though we're out of we're done, maybe we're spooning, maybe we're cuddling, maybe we're or even it could be, hey babe, get it could be a day later. We had a great time the other night. I really enjoyed myself. I think you should always start with not necessarily a compliment, but start with the positives. I was really feeling you. I was really into it. What really worked. But, when we were doing this, it just wasn't quite there for me. What do you think about us trying this? Don't just bash somebody and don't have a solution to go with it. And sometimes we do that as men and women because we don't know our own bodies, or we don't know what we really want or like. We just know that this didn't work. And you can also turn it to do you think that there's something else we could try? Do you think let's do some research together? These are all things that are part of foreplay as well. And not only that, but they're part of intimacy.
Can we include the learning how to actually pay attention to the other person? Because some people may not necessarily know what it means.
Yeah, you can have that in there. You can have that in there. You can, and that comes out with, babe, when I'm doing this is what I mean. Because sometimes understand it could be misconstrued. So we still got to make it plain. Sex for dummies. you still got to you still got to make it plain. And some and I mean honestly, like I said, I work with a lot of women. Oh, I've never had an orgasm. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? I mean,
I'm mad at you right now for that.
but I'm just saying, think about it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's part of what I'm saying. There was a point in time I didn't know what I was supposed to be feeling. I knew I liked what I felt, but then when I actually felt it, and the different ways that it is, it was different. Which is why when I hear women that be like, I don't like oral, I don't like when he gives me, or you just don't know.
And some women, I'm gonna tell you why some women don't like it, because they have been brainwashed to think that it's nasty.
But why?
Society, remember, we're not supposed to enjoy sex as women. We're just supposed to have a baby.
That what is nasty?
Oral pleasuring is feel good. It's fun. Oh no, You got to remember, we got a lot of trauma, and some women have more trauma than others. And so some women, and if the man or the person, her partner, whoever it was that was doing it, all vulvas are not the same. You trying to attack it the same way?
Yeah, I get people that go straight for my clit, and I end up Donkey Konging them in the head with my foot, right, because you're not gonna touch her.
Right.
I'm not the girl. I don't like that.
There's no education out here. There's no teaching.
And they think
no
because
anatomy.
You come,
there's no nothing.
They think because you come, you like it. No, I come because you're hitting my pearl tongue, and that's what happens when you hit my pearl tongue. But I don't like the sensation that it gives. So get your mouth off of her. Leave her alone. You can make me come without sucking on her like she a freaking dick.
She needs to be primed.
For some, for a lot.
For some people like that sucking stuff, but I'm not her. I'm not her.
But
okay, so I guess I kind of feel when okay, never mind.
I'm just saying, we are not teaching and educating the men when it comes to cunnilingus. Thank you. We are not doing that. And so all men think all clits are the same. They're not. They're different.
Clits are not created equally, people.
Thank you.
And they don't look the same either.
Thank you. And don't taste the same.
They don't feel the same.
Don't do nothing. Nothing is the same. We're all different.
They don't react
the same way.
Everybody.
That all penises are not created equal.
Exactly. So here we are with this situation where we've got people thinking that they know what they're doing because maybe it worked with the previous person. It doesn't work with this person. But you're not willing to learn this person because you want to come in there and, like I said.
I actually saw a video of a gentleman who was talking about that. And he was bringing attention to the idea that a guy, you're going to go and you're going to do the same thing that you did to this one, thinking that works for that one. And it does not. Mm-hmm. This is not a one size fits all. I got the skills, so I got it for all of them. No, you got to be able to, can you tell how she's feeling? And let's go to the other side of that. Women, all men, just because, yes, we have this idea that y'all are pretty much guaranteed an orgasm. You're going to nut. But not all men do.
Nope.
I had to learn that one. Not all men do. And that is because they're not feeling it. It's something that is a disconnect or something. So if you think that, okay, yeah, I'm gonna squeeze, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that with this one, I'm gonna do this with this one, and think it's gonna work, it might not do that, and you can't be upset about that.
And some men have it in their mind that if they do ejaculate, that they lose something.
And then they learn how to ejaculate.
So they've
You know
learned
what that means.
exactly. They've taught themselves. So
And a lot of them like that, actually.
There's a lot to unpack when it comes to having sex with our partners. And believe me, guys, I didn't know none of this back in the day. I didn't, I did like everybody else. But I learned because I wanted to be a pleaser and I want to be pleased. But I can't possibly think, I guess my thought process is, I don't think that a man knows how to please a woman because he don't have what I have. That was my
thought.
Sounds
very logical. That sounds very logical, though.
That's my thought process. But then I broadened my thought process because even if I'm with a woman, you would think she would know, but she doesn't because her stuff ain't in the same area, or her sensitivity and all this kind of stuff is not the same as mine. We are all wonderfully and beautifully made individually. And until we understand that when it comes to sex, y'all gonna keep hollering, I ain't have no orgasm, especially when you don't even know what an orgasm is. See, a lot of people think an orgasm, especially women that say that they're not having one. I just got a woman to understand she'd been having an orgasm. She's been having orgasms. Everybody is waiting on that one orgasm where the earth is moved, the sheets are gripped, the sweat, the screaming, the hollering, I felt the earth move under my feet, the stars and the moon aligned, and the ocean and the tidal wave.
That's not.
We become Erykah Badu in this bitch. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. We become Erykah Badu.
I become Beyonce, but okay.
I become Erykah Badu. I swear to goodness, that right there is mine. Let me.
Jill Scott, Beyonce.
Can we combine the three?
Okay.
I'm just saying that's what we are. That's what we expect. That's because of what? Hey, porn. Okay, porn is
that is entertainment only.
Edutainment.
No,
edutainment.
I'm sorry, I can't even give it edutainment. It is really entertainment only.
You know why I say it's edutainment? Because it teaches me what I'm not gonna fucking
okay, do. In that case, it's edutainment for you to learn what to not fucking do.
It's edutainment because that's what I'm not gonna do. Okay, I mean, you about to do you got me fucked up.
Who does that?
Oh my God! But it also. And the other reason why I say it's edutainment, and this is not to knock anyone's fetishes because to each his own, it lets you know how many fetishes are actually out there because there's so many different types of porn.
Okay,
there are things that people are into that I would never fathom people being into that have been made into porn.
Yep.
My favorite type of porn is something that I'm not even physically gonna ever do because who I'm watching, I'm not. So it's edutainment.
I'll give it to you.
We have a new word.
It is to tell you what to not do.
Hello, Webster's. Let's put that one in there. So
get your girl up.
And like I said, so if you have a partner who's a male and he's really into porn, his expectation, that's another thing too we need to talk about. Expectations. His expectation is he gonna be Long Dong Silver, and you're going to be, you know, and it just doesn't turn out that way, because we're not those people. Neither one of us are. And one of the things that you'll get to learn about at the Ebony Erotic Experience is about how porn is made. Thank you to Miss Siren down here, going to be leading a class in how porn is made. Okay, yes, this is going to be exciting.
Only at the Ebony Erotic Experience.
2023.
October 27th and 28th in Cleveland, Ohio.
I will give you Siren's vision.
Yes, it's going to be quite interesting.
From Siren's window.
Yeah. It's going to be something else. That's what it's going
to be.
I'm going to be in that class.
I'm pulling it out.
Unfortunately, depending on what time she's teaching, I might be teaching non-physical and physical intimacy. So
we're gonna get it.
No, we okay. So I'm gonna say this right now, JewCee. They cannot be at the same time, because I need to be in that one.
We'll work it out.
I need to be in that one right there. I love that topic. So yes, I need to be able to be in that one.
We'll see what we can do. So, but the thing of it is like I said, guys, there's so much to cover in this topic, that I want people to understand that the first step to really being able to give that positive critique, first of all, you have to be willing to receive it. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't even mean that you're a bad lover. It just means we need to try something a little different. Mm-hmm. We need to I want us to and understand this. If you get this right, if you listen, can you imagine the mind-blowing sex that the two of you gonna have? When you look at it from a bigger picture, by being able to take input, we're not even going to call it's not criticism, it's input. By being able to take input as a male or a female from your partner to improve what you already have, you both win. You both win. Some of you need to get out of the way of your relationship, get out of your own way in order to make your relationship stronger, in order to make it stay hot, tight, and together, as I always say. You cannot possibly do that if it's all about me. Because when you get into a relationship, it's no longer I, it's we. It's not about me, it's ours. You cannot keep thinking that I'm doing all the work. I'm doing I. There's no I in team, and you all are a team when you're in that bedroom. And you both want to please each other, because if you both please each other, what you doing at 2:00?
I'm at the office, but come and lock my door.
Right. Lunchtime quickie coming up.
Them be the shit. Don't play with it. Hold on, time out. We will not disrespect that like it is not one of the best things ever. When you know what the fuck you doing.
Honey, that's how I had a child. Lunchtime quickie. Thank you.
That part.
He knew and I knew. So there you go. So, I mean, but like I said, it is about talking. And I know that we in my younger years, I talked a lot. I wanted to understand. I wanted to learn. I wanted to know. But once again, I'm a health education major. I'm a sex ed major. This is my field of study. So I'm naturally curious. I want all the information I can get. And I want to be good at whatever it is I'm doing. But I also want to listen, because as I've gotten older, as I've progressed, every partner is different. I have men that like, I've been with men that want me to bite. These are big teeth, honey. They want me to bite. They want me to bite.
And biting is not necessarily my thing. Well, at least I don't know if it's my thing. I'm still exploring, and I'm gonna leave that open.
Honey, I didn't think it was my thing until I did it to one particular person who really enjoys it, and that's what he likes. I'm gonna get good at it. Okay, I'm gonna get good. Then I had another one that didn't like any teeth because he had been cut, he had been scraped. I can understand that. I had somebody that had a jagged tooth and cut me down there, so I completely understand. So, and there's also understand for your partners, if even if you've known each other quite some time, there might be some underlying traumas that you don't know about. I know for me, you can't hold me by my wrist. You can't pin me down because I was pinned down and raped. So you cannot pin me down. That I cannot do. And my partners understand that. I share that. I share my trauma. So you have to really, really be able to talk to your partner when it comes to your traumas, the good, the bad, the ugly, the in between, knowing it is part of it instead of guessing. And I think we do a lot of guessing in the bedroom. I think they're gonna like this. I think I don't. Oh, I don't know. Instead of just, hey, baby, do you like me to juggle your balls or what do you?
I think we all do that, and I think we just assume as well because we don't want to ask the hard question. When, in all honesty, if you think about it, the way you just explained it, if you go ahead and are able to clearly and concisely communicate how you feel, what you like, what you don't like, shit can be the best shit ever. So if there is actually, even though we don't like doing that, well, what if it hurts their feelings? And okay, then we're gonna learn how to say it, which is what JewCee is telling us. I like that, but I didn't like this. Well, and maybe we can try it like this. And then you do that shit, and then you just be like,
Yeah, and the coolest thing is that you know that the person listened to you. Whether you're a man or a woman, there's nothing like having your partner, someone, your significant other, listen to you and care enough about you to change to make sure that you're happy.
that part.
And it just brings you closer together, guys. It just brings you closer together. But what you did with your last girlfriend, stop doing that, fellas, with your new girlfriend. Stop. Because you're not with your last girlfriend for a reason. I don't know what the reason may be. You might have been to bomb.com, but you're not with her. So you have a new person that you need to learn and
This is
understand
not.
how she functions. And
This is not
ladies,
one size fits all.
exactly. And ladies, stop thinking you ain't having orgasms because most of you probably are and just don't know it. I'm just gonna I
I
am
feel like that
learning.
needs to be a show. I feel like that needs to be a
I
show.
am well, we've talked about orgasms so many times on the show that you can have multiple different types of orgasms that I just don't think everybody gets that memo for whatever reason because they've been so clouded with the fact that you're supposed to have the earth shattering, sheet grabbing, screaming and hollering, and that that's the only kind of orgasm that has been told to them. And that is not
That's
true.
not
There's
it.
all kinds of different types of orgasms that you can have. And some of them aren't earth shattering. They're more subtle.
I'm sorry.
So it just has to be, uh, we just need to educate more. We just need to let people know and understand that, yeah, you probably did have an orgasm, you just didn't know it. And that's just what happened with a couple of ladies that I've talked to here recently. They've come up to me, they've seen my new magnets on my car, and we're chit chatting. And I'm telling them, yeah, that's an orgasm. What? I've never had one. Yeah, you did. You just didn't know you had one. Because we're not reaching and teaching. That's not happening. Especially when you're in situations where babies are having babies.
I can agree. I can definitely agree. If you're someone who necessarily doesn't know anything, but you're having a kid, you don't tend to necessarily go and figure it out after the fact. You just think that that's what it is. And that's just me speaking from my own experience.
Exactly. You don't. We're not gonna. I had sex, and I got the directions from school. Insert here, have baby there, and that's that. But right, let's not talk about enjoy it. Let's not talk about orgasms. Let's not talk about the different types. And understand this too, ladies. Women OBGYNs have not been around that long. It was all men.
And they didn't really start really like looking into like the female body until like the 70s.
Yep.
And we're in 2023 and they still don't get it because you can tell they don't get it. Mm-mm. With these laws and shit.
Exactly. But who's making those laws?
Men who don't know shit.
Exactly. I think the funniest thing that I see here in Cleveland, and it's really sad because one day I'm going to wind up stopping and you guys are going to have bail money for me. But they stand out here and they picket in front of the Planned Parenthood here in Cleveland on Shaker.
Because they've been told something that is not true and they just believe it blindly without doing their own research.
Well, and then on top of it, they want to have these pictures of, I'm not even sure if it's a baby. I'm not the one.
Because it could be a freaking dolphin. I've seen a dolphin look like a human fetus too. Don't play with me.
They're just there. It doesn't even look like a human baby. And I'm there. And the funny thing about the whole thing is as many times as I've driven by there, the majority of the people standing out there are old white men. Somebody explain that to me. Why do you give 5 fucks? Excuse my language, but why do you even you not obviously aren't having sex right now? Obviously. You're just not. You are not actively doing anything with your pee-pee. Except for peeing. That's it. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. But you're standing out there trying to tell people not to go in a clinic that provides medical assistance, not just abortions. Okay.
If you have to use Viagra, you should not be giving any kind of intimacy advice, sexual advice, bodily biology advice.
So you're standing there. I'm like old white men. I'm just like, and I just want to ask. So when the baby's born, are y'all going to pay for something?
Bing.
Are you going to get groceries? Are you going to get Pampers? What you going to do? What you doing? Because she going to need all that.
Now, mind you, there are those there are those dads that are, on that shit that take care of their babies better than some mothers do. Mm-hmm. But again, those men actually understand what a woman goes through because they know what that means to be like a hands-on single father. Which is, I don't think we see a bunch of those out there talking about, yeah, you better have that baby. You better not choose to make your life important. At least that's what it feels like to me.
Well, and the whole thing is, like I said, they're standing out there protesting and picketing and on any given day. And I said, one day I'm going to stop by and just give them a, why are you out? I just want to know, why are you out here? Why are you here? Do you have a vagina?
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Make me understand why you are here. And then tell me what you are going to do for the person that you change their mind. How much money are you going to give her to help her raise that child?
How much assistance are you going to give her? Not even money. Assistance, because it's more than just money.
I need them to give up some money I'm gonna start with the money because
I mean, it's all
I
of
need
it. To me, I feel like it's all encompassing
you
because
can't.
we can't just say it's money because that child doesn't just need money. That child needs parental figures.
Well, that part's not gonna happen. But so we're gonna give you because they don't have any rights to the child. So I'm going to make sure that they understand that. Let's start with the money. Let's start there. That's me. I'm just saying. I want you to start with the money. How much money you give?
You see, I'm quiet.
Right. Just give me some money because I don't think you need to be standing out here passing judgment on anybody. I think you need
I
to take
think you.
care of.
I just need you to go sit the fuck down. Leave me the
Right.
fuck
That's
alone.
what I think you need to go do.
Sit
So
the fuck down. Leave me the fuck alone.
leave them alone.
You see, I'm
I
quiet.
know. I got you, baby.
I've let y'all have y'all's moment.
Go ahead.
She said, no.
Go ahead. Voice your opinion.
Right, please do, because believe me, there's someone that has the same opinion as you, and they need to hear it too.
My opinion is similar to you all's. I just don't like to speak on them because of how I feel. I mean, those of us in this room know how I feel or don't feel. Like I just feel like it's a woman's body. Don't tell me what to do.
Agreed.
Regardless of what I would make the choice to do, because I've made 2 different decisions at 2 different times in my life.
And it's not
The system. My issue is with the system. Do not tell me what to do with my body when you're not going to be there to help me take care of it.
Thank you. And that goes for you all standing in the parking lots at Planned Parenthood because you're not going to help.
They're the main ones I'm referring to.
They're not going to help.
They're part of the system because this is what I tell people. And I think somebody in Black politics on the, because, they like to argue with the fact that we used to be Republican and now we Democrat and nobody cares about us. But so I'm just going to refer to it as Black politics. Somebody on the Black politics side of things said, you are not pro-life. You are pro-birth because once they have given life to that child, you no longer want to take care of the child. You don't want to give assistance. You don't want to help. You don't want to do nothing, but you wanted her to give birth to that life.
Mm-hmm.
You want us to be in poverty and you keep wanting us to have babies to keep people impoverished so you have people to step on and you don't want to help feed these kids.
I think exactly what you're saying. Whoopi Goldberg said the same thing on The View, and she said nobody is not pro-life. There is not a person except for people who just want to kill people. And we're talking about actual people who can breathe air and function. To me, that is when you're not pro-life. Everyone is pro-life. You want to live. You want people to live. This is pro-choice. I get to make my choice because it is my body.
But I'm talking about the people on the other side that claim
it is definitely pro-birth. Yes.
Pro-birth.
Yes, absolutely. I'm agreeing. Yes.
They are pro-birth. For them, it's about population control.
But here's
For them, it's about numbers.
But here's the thing. There's more of them going to get it than us.
But that's not the statistics because the statistics...
They're not showing that.
They're not
No.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are the minority, the percentage on us automatically looks larger because our numbers are smaller. We know because it's more of them getting it. Mm-hmm. Their numbers are going to always be lower percentage-wise because there are more of them to calculate.
Once again, we talked about statistics, and you can
statistics are skewed. That is why they use them. They don't show actual numbers because statistics show a skewed view of reality.
It's skewed. Always remember that, folks. Whenever you got to hear somebody say, 10 people, basically 100% of the people said they were going to do this. Then you need to ask how many people was in that 100%.
Yep.
Oh, 5 people.
Yep.
And then who was in that 100%?
Okay, so that's 5 people. That's not everybody. That's you.
So if you look at, and this is something I looked into because of what I deal with, and because I had to make the decision I had to make at a certain point in time in my life. when you look at the actual numbers, the reported numbers, because again,
Right. Right.
everything is perception is reality.
Yep.
My issue is even still with Planned Parenthood. I understand that the company has changed and they are now proactive in pro-life and pro-choice activities. Originally, though, they were not created. They were created to diminish our population in a sense to keep their population growing. But
Yes.
what happened was their population was like, oh, we have choice. I don't have to. I can take autonomy of my own body. And
Because
this
it
is
is
where
not
people
us. It's
and
not
this
us
is
getting
where
the
people get
abortions.
it misconstrued because yes, the percentage wise, African American and women of color's numbers seem larger, but we're
Because we're
actually, when
smaller.
it comes to life and giving life and families, we are more conservative than we are put out to be.
Mm-hmm.
Even when us as Black women don't physically give birth, we are more nurturing, we are more motherly. And for somebody, and I will say this, for somebody who growing up never wanted to be a mother, yes, I have 2 biological children, but I also got 5 non-biological children that can come in my house anytime and eat, and one of them lives with me.
Boy.
What we do. It's what we do.
Because as a pro-life Black woman, I don't ever want to see nobody out on the street. I don't want to ever see nobody starving, and I don't want to ever see nobody not get a foot in front of themselves to better themselves. I had people that did it for me. My sister is one of them. So I will never see another Black woman not survive.
And that is that right there. Honestly, if anybody who's watching this back, this right here is a definition of what is actually the battle. It is not about pro-choice and pro-life. It is pro-choice and pro-birth.
It's population control, and their numbers are diminishing. Our numbers are growing. And when I say our numbers, I mean all people of color.
And then I think where all of that goes to is the conversation that we're having, and it is in essence of how are you satisfied? Are you just doing it to do it? Are you just going through the motions? How do you say, hey, I don't think I like that. I don't know if I like that. And I think if we're able to communicate on that level and all the other levels that JewCee speaks about in regards to clearly and concisely communicating, we might actually kind of help this situation.
Exactly.
I can kind of see that.
Because if you're out here and you're not talking, you're not saying your truth, as they say. If you're not telling someone that you care for, you don't feel that you can tell someone that you care for how you're feeling, because it's not going to make them feel that great. The thing of it is that I think one of the disservices that we do with our folks, with our people, is education. I want our people to understand we invented the alphabet. We invented education.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mathematics, science, everything. We did that. So when you don't go to school and finish, whether it's in the way things are established now or any kind of education that you can possibly get, when you don't continue that education and get your education, you are setting yourself up for failure. And they want you to do that. They want you to do that. You have to understand what is so important is when you're educated, nobody can pull the wool over your eyes.
That part.
When you know better, you do better.
Absolutely.
I love that phrase. I swear that has been my favorite phrase my whole entire life. That one and patience and moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Patience and moderation. And when you know better, you do better.
You do better. I like that. I
lived
like both
my
of them.
life by that.
And when I say that, when you know better, you do better, that goes right to this topic tonight.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know
how to do better, how do I know how to do better?
If I don't say anything, if I don't ask, if I don't talk, if we don't communicate, if we don't have these conversations, even though some of the conversations might be a little difficult, and also, things that also fall into this, not only that, but cultural differences can fall into this category as well.
Mhm.
Um, and how you were raised, where you were raised, all of these things contribute to your sexual experience, whether people want to admit this or not.
That is
Everybody,
true.
a lot of people we talk about your physical health, we talk about your mental health, but we do not talk about your sexual health. We all think this is so taboo, but let me just tell you, everybody wasn't born in a petri dish. Okay,
You-
somebody has sex.
That part. I was gonna say though, and they don't really, like you said, they don't really talk about it. But even when it comes to relationships, because I'm not gonna say marriage, because marriage isn't necessarily for everybody, but relationships, the three things that are the main, I call it the triad of a healthy relationship, are mental health, physical health, and sexual health.
Hmm.
They do not like to put sexual health in there, but sexual health is is one of the main reasons why relationships don't last. And
Hmm.
sometimes it can be by itself, but sometimes it can be in coexistence with something else. I don't have the physical health that I need. And now I feel like my partner's not attracted to me the way I need because I'm not physically healthy. Or just something's going on where we aren't communicating right sexually or have the intimacy or something is going on. That is still one of the three components of why relationships don't last the way they need to. In order to have a successful, healthy relationship with anybody, where it's an intimate relationship, because there's another third component when it comes to non-intimate relationships. But when it comes to intimate relationships, you have to have physical health, mental health, and sexual health.
Hmm. And a lot of times, like I said, you guys, everybody's hearing everybody talk about your physical health and your mental health. But you know what they keep leaving out? Your sexual health.
Sexual health.
They keep leaving it out. It's not out there.
Because
Nobody's
we're made to think that it's not really necessary.
Yeah. Well, and let me just say this, folks.
I was taught that it was
a lot
wrong.
of
That part.
a lot of people will relationships will break up over sex. So don't you think it should be on the list? I'm just saying. You will end a marriage because somebody goes out and has sex, because that's the basic. We're not going, we're not getting into cheating, blah blah blah. We're not getting into all that. I'm just saying the basic. Somebody in your relationship went out and had sex and you ready to get divorced.
Yep.
Take the house, take the car, take the kids, take the boat, take this, take the that. You done.
One and done.
But on the backside of that, why did they cheat? Why did they step out? What was the problem? What was the issue? Was there a problem? Were y'all having sex on a regular basis?
This is not always surface.
Or not even were you having sex on a regular basis, because I know partners that have cheated when they're having sex on a regular basis. Are you giving that partner what they need? Are you physically and are you mentally communicating with that partner about their physical needs? Or are you just fucking him because he said he wanted it and you just want to get it over with? Like, or her. If it's her that's complaining about it, are you just giving it up because this is your duty as a wife or a husband and you're not really being intimate and pleasurable with your partner? Are you just saying, okay, here, since you want it, take it, because I know we got to do this because we're married? Like, that's not gonna keep your partner, no matter who your partner is. There has to be a connection. Sex is about a mental connection between two people who claim to love each other on an intimate level. It's about sharing a part of yourself with that person.
It's also an emotional connection.
It's very emotional.
It's a very
They
emotional.
say all the time, the more people you have sex with, the more soul ties you have. Soul ties are real.
Yep.
As
Very
much as I
selective.
holler, I'm single, and I can't wait to find my partner, I am still going on the healing journey because there are 2 men that have been in my life for 10 and 7 years that I can't mentally let the fuck go of. If I see them, it's over. I melt like butter. And I'm not even in relationships with them no more because the soul ties are real.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, and
I hate that feeling because I want them gone.
a lot of people, in wrapping up here tonight, guys, we really do. I hope you guys, this was a great conversation.
It
I
was.
hope that everybody gets a little something out of it. But just to kind of recap a little bit, because I'm looking at the clock and I know you guys all have things to do, and so do I. Dani's got to get ready to catch a flight in the morning, I'm sure. And I'm sorry, siren. I did that by accident, my bad. And then Purple Rain, I'm sure you have things to do. But the one thing that I wanted to stress to people, the 3 C's, clear, concise communication. You have got to talk. And you have to find a way to do it in a way that is nurturing and not demoralizing. And once you learn how to do that, things will be a little bit easier and be a lot better. But if you say nothing, if you sit by in your silence, it's just like if somebody sees something, you're supposed to see something, say something. If you don't say anything, don't expect your partner to be the amazing Kreskin or Miss Chloe and be able to read your mind and know,
Call me now. I'm sorry, that was Miss Cleo. Call me now.
Call me now.
Let me get my crystal ball ready. In your future, I see no pussy. No.
Oh, I hate you.
I love my damn AirPod. Oh my God.
But I'm just...
Call me now. I'll tell you what your sexual future holds.
No pussy.
I'm gonna open up my class with that. Fuck that shit.
Thank you. Oh, so woo! It's just a question of all of us, number one, talking. And I know that it's difficult. I get it. I understand completely that it's difficult. Because sometimes you have to bare your soul, and sometimes you have to tear someone down in order to build them back up. But you don't have to do it in a way that is negative. And if you're both wanting to have that earth-shattering,
woo, make your head pop off.
Right. You both want, if you're going into this, like, we both want to have satisfying sex together.
I know.
Then chit chat, have that conversation, have that understanding, get yourselves in a place where you are solid enough to talk. Understand, fellas, she ain't your last woman. Ladies, he ain't your last guy. You all are together. You have an opportunity to make things wonderful for the two of you. I've been married, been divorced, probably won't do it again. But for those of you that want to stay in your marriages, these are the tough things that you have to do. And these are the things that you have to talk about. Okay, guys? So, in closing, yes, make sure you get your tickets for the Ebony Erotic Experience happening October 27th and 28th in Cleveland, Ohio.
For topics like these and more.
A whole lot more. We're going to have, well, just letting you guys know, the Erotic 7 are actually going to be meeting in Cleveland in July. So we're going to have everybody on the show. We're going to have to figure that out. We're going to have to do something where we can have everybody talk and while we're all together and just laugh and have a good time, and they can see us planning and that kind of thing in July. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. So
I'm excited.
I am too. I can't wait to see all you guys. We're going to be crying for the first 20 minutes. And then
Absolutely. Yes.
And then we'll get down to work. Because we got a lot to do. So Jasmine, do you have any announcements or anything that you want to share with people?
No announcements at the moment, but you can always follow me right here on Facebook at Jasmine Purple Rain, YouTube at Purple Rain's Play Palace, and on TikTok, Purple Rain's Podcast. Just keep involved. My focus right now is Ebony Erotic Experience. I am gonna be posting more stuff about intimacy because y'all know that's what I do. Just this is a growing year for me, and next year's gonna be some bigger announcements and might be some at Ebony Erotic Expo. So don't miss out on none of that, honey.
Okay, now, oh, I'm intrigued.
Me too.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, also, it's not finished yet, but pay attention to my page for my ladies that shop Shein. We might be getting some stuff going on.
I'm first.
Okay.
I'm already putting my bid in right now. Right the fuck now. Don't play with me.
I got codes coming.
I'm definitely a Shein girl. I am.
Don't play with girl.
I just
got the email yesterday.
Loves it. Oh, yay! And Siren, what do you have going on?
Right now, honestly, my trailer for my vlogumentary just came out called Behind the Laughter, the vlogumentary. We just put it out on all the platforms yesterday. I'm like really excited and proud. This is my second project that has a trailer, and I'm like super freaking excited. We're still working on it, but like it's coming, and maybe we can share it next week or whatever. I'm really excited about that, and I am traveling back to LA tomorrow.
Okay.
So I can get back home so I can, clock in on Tuesday morning. But you can also follow me. I have a Instagram page, Siren's Window. That is SYREN Window. And then you can also find me on Dani's Window, DANIZWINDOWBIEW, and as well as Dani's Window. So go follow me. You'll find me wherever you find that name.
All right. Well, guys, I'm not traveling this weekend. I'm actually doing a on show in Cleveland for a change. Yeah.
Can we clutch our pearls right now since you got the pearls on?
Can you imagine? Man, oh man, it took a little bit of time, but I will be vending here in Cleveland, Ohio on the 29th. Make sure you get your tickets. Oh my gosh, make sure you join us for the big hoedown. Okay, it is going down. Miss Velveeta Dewar is going to be putting on this leather and fringe edition event. She's got some great performers. Big Stallion's coming in town from Chicago. I can't wait to see him. He's got a lot going on in May. Traveling for the motorcycle set. Will be out on the sets up in a couple of cities in May, as well as in Chicago, for 2 events in one day. That one's going to be great. I'm gonna be dead tired, but I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. Make sure you get your tickets for the Ebony Erotic Experience. They are out on Eventbrite. You just simply type in Ebony Erotic Experience. The Second Coming. Second is spelled out, and coming is spelled CUMMING. Burlesque Edition. You can also put it in by the date, which is October 27th and 28th. Please remember, the 30th of April is the last day for your first payment if you want to do the 3-payment plan, which a lot of people are taking advantage of. It is $75 plus the taxes and fees that are on Eventbrite. So you can do that, or you can pay the full $225 for this event. Already on board, we have Lady V and D Black from Atlanta, Georgia. The passion poet himself, Mr. Robert Gibson from Barbados. We also have Mr. Hood Raised from Chicago, Illinois as one of our hosts. And we just announced tonight our hostess with the mostest for the evening, or 2 days, for the 2 days. That's it, 2 days. We'll be all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana. The comedian herself, Miss Hollywood, will be in the house joining us. So let me tell you, the list is growing. We've got more coming. We're going to tell you some more in May. So just stick and stay with us. We've got some bigger announcements to make for this event. Remember, your tickets are only $225. Okay, guys? Well, ladies, as usual, I love you.
Love you. Love y'all.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful topic. We got a couple of topics out of this topic. Okay.
That's right. Okay.
So make sure you join us next Monday night. Miss Purple Rain will be in charge of the show.
Sunday night.
Sunday night. Oh, did I say Monday? I knew I would. I knew I would. Sunday night. Thank you. Thank you. Next Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. for our folks out on the West Coast, and 9 p.m. for our people down in Barbados. Yeah, the islands. Remember, enjoy, enlighten, and embrace eroticism. For myself, Ms. JewCee, my beautiful queens, Miss Siren, and the Triple Rain. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.